Where are you in life or in your Scentsy business or whatever's most important to you, right? So maybe you're barely working your Scentsy business, but you're kind of watching. Maybe you're new, maybe you just joined and you're kind of watching to see what other people do, see what kind of things that you may like in your Scentsy business, see what kind of things you want to try, because there's all sorts of things from fundraisers, in-home parties, basket parties, festivals, you name it, you can do it. Set up in a doctor's office, break room, teacher's lounge room, you can do all of the things, okay? So maybe you're just watching. Maybe you're looking at a promotion that you've been working on for a long time. You've wanted this promotion. You've had your eyes on this promotion for a really long time, but you're kind of stuck. You're not really sure how you're going to get there. Maybe what you're thinking about doesn't have a single thing to do with Scentsy. Maybe my kids get out of school in they have 20 days, the 24th of May, and I looked this morning because we were excited and talking about it. They have 20 days left of school. After today, it'll be 19. 20 days left of school. And so maybe you're dreaming about a family summer vacation, but you have no clue how you're going to afford it, right? It's not in the budget right now. Maybe you need a new car. Maybe your car was in the shop last month. You struggled to afford to pay that bill, but you really can't afford another monthly payment. Okay? Maybe you're wondering, how am I going to pay for childcare this summer while I go to work? Okay? Everybody's answer is going to be different. Okay, so the next thing is, where do you want to go? Right? So the first one was, where are you? So we gave some suggestions, but now, where do you want to go? So maybe where you want to go is you want to buy yourself a family vacation, right? Maybe you want to buy yourself a new car that's affordable, that you can afford the payments every month. Maybe that's where you need to go. So it's where you want to go. Maybe it's a completely different direction. Maybe you want to buy your daughter a horse, but you know that the expense is ridiculous and you're not convinced it's worth it, right? Don't know who I'm talking about there. And not sure that I really want to. I'm just throwing out examples. Okay, so the next thing is, why do you want it? So let's use the family vacation as an example. Your family is maybe so busy. You and your partner are working crazy hours. Your kids might be in extracurricular activities, playing sports, singing, doing whatever they do. They're so busy and you guys are always on the go and you barely have time to sit down and eat dinner together, let alone hang out together for, 4 to 7 days for a family vacation that you can't afford. But that's the reason you want it, because you know that your family needs to spend that time together, right? So the last one and the big one is, how are you going to make it happen? So here's the deal, you guys, and this is huge, okay? Scentsy may not be the dream. Scentsy shouldn't, I don't know if I should say that, but Scentsy's not the dream. You have to figure out what you need, where you want to go, and Scentsy is your vehicle that's going to get you there. Scentsy's your car. Heck, you might need Scentsy to be your motorcycle so that you can get there as fast as possible, your airplane. Scentsy is your transportation to get to the things you answered above. So write those things down on a piece of paper, back of a napkin if you're at a coffee shop, wherever you are, watching this replay or whatever. Where are you? Where do you want to go? Why do you want it? How? Scentsy can be how you're going to get there, okay? Scentsy is your transportation to get to where you want to go. Okay, so I had something else really interesting that I heard, and I never knew this, and maybe you guys did, and I just didn't know. So someone said to me, they didn't say it to me, I was listening to something, and it said that when a race car is in a race and they start to spin out, like they're going to get into an accident and they're afraid they're going to hit the wall, their instructions are, whatever you do, don't look at the wall. When your car is spinning out and you think you're going to hit the wall, don't look at the wall. You look in there, over there towards the grass, because that's where you're going. Wherever you look is where you're going to go. And I thought, that's really interesting because, using the example of the horses again, my daughter's been taking horse lessons for about 2 months now, and her instructor always tells her, you have to look where you want to go, Lily. If you're looking down, your horse is going to stop walking because it thinks you want to get down. If you look off to the right, your horse is going to walk to the right because it thinks that's where you want to go. So it's the same thing. Wherever you look, that's where you're going to go. So, whenever you are in life and you start to feel like you're spinning out, whether it's personal life or your Scentsy business, and you start spinning out, look where you want to go because that's where you're going to go. But if you keep looking to the same place every single time, your business, your life, you're just going to keep spinning out and you're going to keep going back to that same spot. I said that I was going to do 5 basket parties this month, but I never put them together. And the next month, I said I was going to do 5 basket parties this month, never put them together. I want to go on a family vacation, but I'm not working my Scentsy business, so I don't have any extra cash. Right? So when you start to spin out, you have to look where you want to go because that's where you're going to go, and stop looking at the wall. Right? Okay. Stop crushing into the wall. I don't know why, but the whole race car thing, did any of you guys know that? I never knew that before, and it makes total sense to me. So anyway, so here's what I want to suggest to you. Pick one thing that you want to focus on. Maybe write a list of all your options. I gave you some earlier. In-home parties, basket parties, festivals, fundraisers. What else? I mean, there's so many things. I posted a picture, and I'll post it in the comments, of tons of ways to get $500 in PRV every month. So those are tons of ways that you can start working your Scentsy business. Pick one. And this is also interesting. When I was at the home office, it's almost 2 weeks ago now, they had a big training. I should have got the paper and put it in front of me. But it said if you focus on 4 things, so say you make your list and you pick 4 things off your list that you want to focus on that you think are going to make your Scentsy business better, there's about a 0% chance that you're going to make those things happen. And I could be a little off with my numbers. If you pick 3 things, there's about a 25% chance that they're going to be successful. The point is, if you pick one thing to focus on, you're going to be 100% successful as long as you don't quit. So pick the one thing that you think you could rock. Maybe it's basket parties. And I'll just use that as an example because I've always had kids. I can put the kids in the car. I can make the basket parties. I cannot go to bed until I find at least one. And before I know it, I have 3 to 5 out, which are going to get me the paycheck that I needed to pay for whatever it was that I needed. So you figure out what it is that you need. We'll say it's a family vacation. You need some time to make the money, so maybe you're going to do the vacation the last week before you go back to school. So how much do you need to make by that time? And here's the thing, you're not alone in this. I offer coaching calls. I guarantee your sponsor would have a coaching call with you. So you have to decide to stop hitting the same wall over and over, pick one thing, because you can be successful at one thing. You just have to decide what it is, and you don't quit. What fits into your schedule? I lived somewhere where I didn't have any customers because I was from Indiana, moved to Florida, had only lived here for a little bit. My kids weren't in school. I met a lot of people when my kids went to school, and I didn't know anyone. So the way for me to make customers, to build up a customer base, was to do little inexpensive festivals. Maybe that's what you want to focus on. But maybe that can't be your thing because you're like, I don't have a babysitter. I don't have time to, I'm too committed. There's too much on my plate, okay? But this business can fit into your life. However, depending on what your criteria is, what's on your plate already, this business has a spot on your plate because you can do Facebook parties only. If you decide that you want to rock Facebook parties and then you text me and say, Jessica, I need to have a chat with you. I really want to focus on Facebook parties and I need you to guide me in the direction. So a coaching call isn't me doing the hard work for you. I can't do the work for you. Your sponsor can't do the work for you. You have to do the work. But we have been around here for a really long time, some of us, and we can help you, lead you into the right direction so that you're not figuring things out on your own. You're working smarter and not harder. So anyway, where are you? Where do you want to go? Why do you want it? How? And remember, Scentsy's not the dream. Scentsy is the motorcycle that's going to get you to where you want to go. And I hope to hear from some of you. Let me know if this was